Hello, and welcome to the Think Moisturizer, Think Ajanta podcast series, coming to you live from Dermacon 2026, Bangalore. We are on day 3. This series is going to get some of the distinguished dermatologists across the country to decode the common skin care problems simply, scientifically, and without any hype. Today, we are going to focus on a very important topic, which is skin dryness and moisturization, because it affects every one of us at some point in time. Hi, I'm delighted to welcome Dr. D. Sanjana, a practicing dermatologist from Hyderabad. Hello and welcome to the session, doctor.
Hello, thank you.
So today we are going to ask some of the common skin care concern related questions that usually have a lot of information on internet, or maybe sometimes they are misleading ones. So let us see if doctor can help us clarify what are these new trends and things are going on internet, and if we can decode these issues. Are you ready, doctor?
Yeah.
So my first question to you is nowadays there's a lot of discussion on lipids and skin barrier repair, right?
Yes.
So can you explain how lipids help in the barrier repair and what really matters in the skin health?
Okay. Actually, we have naturally we have some lipids in our skin. They protect us from transepidermal water loss and all. We need water and lipids to store for that fresh glow in our face. So lipids are very essential. Moisturizing our skin, it is the main and important thing that we can do for our skin.
Okay.
Apart from all the serums and anything we do.
So moisturizer is a basic essential, is what
Yes.
you're saying, right? So my question to you is, while selecting the moisturizer, if any person is looking for a moisturizer, what are the basic ingredients one should look at, especially if they're using for the face, if they're purchasing for the face, and if they're considering for the body. So what is the thing that they should consider? Because there's so many product reviews that happen all over the internet, it can be sometimes confusing, sometimes too fancy also for somebody to adopt.
Yes.
So if you can give us some opinion on what one should look for in a product.
Actually, personally I divide moisturizers into two types, like high molecular weight and low molecular weight.
Okay.
For a oily skin like me, we choose low molecular weight based moisturizers. For dry skin, we usually select high molecular weight and they are somewhat sticky. So it suits for dry skin, and for oily skin, it should be lightweight. And also there is a difference for face moisturizers and also body moisturizers. We select according to the patient and according to the concern, and also according to climate.
Okay. So that was really helpful, because for them to understand that if you have oily skin, then if the label mentions lightweight, then that is something that they should go for, right? My another question is, nowadays on the labels of the products, there are some things mentioned like hypoallergenic, then there's something mentioned like non-comedogenic, right? Can you throw some light on what these terms are? Because for us to understand what a hypoallergenic moisturizer or a non-comedogenic moisturizer means, maybe it is a little difficult for the people, to my audience, to decode. So if you can throw some light on that.
Yeah. For irritated skin and for oily skin, we select these like non-comedogenic and hypoallergic things, because few molecules in moisturizer, they settle down deep in our skin, and they can cause allergic reactions for few patients. For dry skin people, we select other set of moisturizers.
Okay.
For oily skin, we choose wisely which are non-comedogenic and hypoallergic, because few bacteria, they reside in our skin, and they can grow if we suggest these.
What do you mean by the term non-comedogenic? Does it mean something?
Like we have gradings in acne. First grade is
So
comedogenic.
it's basically
Black,
so it's about pimples.
Yes. In common terms, we say like blackheads and whiteheads. They
Okay.
are comedones.
Okay, so you are saying that when a product means non-comedogenic, it primarily means that if they use the product, they will not develop the blackheads and whiteheads. That's what you said,
Yes.
right?
They won't
Oh,
reside in
okay.
our skin
Okay.
and they won't cause any.
Oh, lovely. I
reactions.
think that was really good information. Thank you so much for joining in this podcast. I think our audience might have really gained some knowledge from this particular discussion. We are live to you from Dermacon 2026 Bangalore. It's day 3. Stay tuned for more such interesting topics and discussions. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Doctor.